I'm so happy to see you. Why are you
What's
all
what's
buttoned up?
the latest? What's that?
Why are you all buttoned up? It must be hot over there.
Freezing. It's no, it's freezing. This morning it's so cold. I don't know what's going on. I
Hmm.
plus, it yeah, so I've look,
Yeah, I know.
I'm always repping it, mate. I'm always repping it.
That's my man. Happy birthday, by the way, babe.
Thank you very much. Oh, mate. It feels so weird. I'm like solidly in my 20s now. So I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. But it's good.
Yes, you can't turn back time, buddy, and the
No,
world is obsessed with you right now. So just enjoy it. You look fantastic.
thank you.
You're just smashing it out of the ballpark. What did you do for
Thank
your birthday?
I was I had it was actually quite nice because it had been such a crazy time that I had a nice little kind of small celebration with my family, with my friends. Julia Morris was there, so it was a party. It was a fun one, but it was also an early night because I was like, mate, I've been dancing my heart out for the last um 3 months. I was like, okay, I need to sleep. So it was actually very restful birthday. Which I don't think many 22 year olds are having an early night on their 22nd birthday. But here we are.
You're not a massive party boy anyway.
No, no, my life is dangerous and adrenaline filled enough without the party vibe. I don't need any more danger.
Listen, I'm stoked for you. I've been watching every week. We call it Robert Irwin Wednesday, because it was Wednesday in Australia. The whole
Yeah,
office was loving it, and we'd all run
I
around
love
saying, "Have you
that.
seen his dance? Have you seen his dance?" And myself and a colleague were like, "He's going to win from that first episode."
Oh, that's cool, mate.
It's a kind of lame question, but how do you feel? The
Oh, yeah, it's not a lame question because I don't actually know yet. Like I'm still trying to figure that out. It hasn't really sunk in. You got to remember, like as soon as you finish the finale, you're on a plane to New York, no sleep, straight into press, boom, 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 and then you know what I'm like. I'm straight on to the next project. I'm like, let's go. So it honestly hasn't even really sunk in, but it's sort of just starting to now. Like it's such a surreal thing. The amount of full circle moments that happened within that experience was incredible. I mean, obviously, to do the show 10 years later after my sister did it. And like, I remember so vividly sitting in the front row in that studio, which is such a magnificent studio. By the way, the Dancing with the Stars studio in America is the only television studio on earth that looks bigger in person than it does on TV. It
Really?
is it is grand and incredible, and it's a spectacle. I remember sitting there, 11 years old, watching my sister lift that mirror ball. Then to be there 10 years later, Bindi in the same seat that I was when I was 11 years old, and there she is watching me doing the same thing, was incredible. To have Whitney as my dance partner, who was there on Bindi's season, to have Derek, who was her dance partner, there at the judges' table, and to have Alfonso Ribeiro, the host of the show, who won with Whitney 11 years ago to the day, there giving us our mirror ball. It was just amazing. But more than that and deeper than that, this was a way to represent my message first and foremost and what my family's all about and the legacy that I carry, but also that I'm trying to create. But it was also about representing Australia. And the love that I felt from home is really what kept me going. Honestly, it was incredible and it meant a lot to me to represent my home.
It's unusual for a 22-year-old to be thinking about their legacy.
Yes. Yeah, but this is the thing. I think for me, my entire life, that's what it's been centered around. Like that, I sort of had this epiphany last year where I went, my life really is centered around legacy. And I think when there is someone in your life that is so incredibly influential, the two most influential people in my life, my mum and my dad, when you lose one half of that dynamic, you lose such a strong figure in your life. And the one person that you kind of look up to through your life is such a strong individual. it like, for me, it fills me with this sense of life is really short, and this entire world that I've been immersed in since I was a little kid, all I've known is this beautiful, incredible world of wildlife and conservation. I realize, okay, this is like this amazing privilege to keep all of that going, but I don't know how much time I have. And that's how my dad lived his life, with this sense of, I don't know how long I'm around. I'm just going to give this 110%. I take so much inspiration from that. I plan on being 100 years old still doing this, but I want to live the next 80 years at 200 miles an hour, because I feel like there's so much I want to get done, and there's so much that I have to get done, that I need to be thinking about that legacy now, because we need it. We need very badly environmental advocates, and I really want to be that for the next generation.
Where you are. I consider you a mate, a workmate, and we've known each other for a long time, and
Absolutely.
you're you,
Yeah,
you are a
absolutely.
beautiful, beautiful person. Uh, I love what you've done. I love what you're doing. I think, and I'm just stepping back for a second, I kind of feel like this has been a master stroke or a master class at marketing slash transitioning slash I don't know what, at going, this kid is no longer a kid and now he's a man. And we saw that with the Bonds campaign. We saw it with you on Dancing with the Stars. You've given permission to the world to see you as an adult. And I still, I don't think of you as a little kid anymore. I think of you as Robert, my maid. You looked hot in the Bonds Undies campaign. You looked hot with your shirt off on the show. And I don't mean that in a way to be gratuitous or
No, I
creepy.
love it. Let's go.
I don't mean that to be sleazy,
No,
but
I know what you
there's a lot
mean.
of people going, oh God, like, are we allowed to look at him that way? But
I find that so funny. It's really fun to me when I hear people being like, "Oh, can I?"
but you've given people permission to see you as an adult, and it's part of the thing. And ultimately, everything else being equal, it's because you want to get the message that's on your jumper there
Exactly.
to the
Yep.
world. And it doesn't matter how people see you, as long as that's the message that they take away. That's what I to see.
Exactly. And like that whole bonds campaign that I did, when they originally came to me with that, I thought, wow, this is out of the ordinary. This is really different. I don't know. But when they said the entire focus of this campaign is Australian wildlife, I went, ooh, okay, you've got me now. So I saw it as this way to go. I knew that it would be different. I knew that it would be a little out of the ordinary for people. I was not expecting the reaction that happened. Like, I was like, what the heck? But I knew that it would be like, wait a minute, what's happening here? But I knew that if I had a crocodile in front of me, a black-headed python around my neck, a huntsman spider on my shoulder, and a tarantula on my knee, I knew that people were going to be talking about animals. People were going to be talking about wildlife. And it was this perfect little way. All of a sudden, the whole world was going, what the heck is Robert Irwin doing? And I could go, yeah, pretty crazy, isn't it? And also, wildlife conservation. Ha ha, gotcha. So that, and then Dancing with the Stars was the same thing. And I knew from Bindy's experience with it, she didn't expect just how much her mission could be felt on a dancing show. And I found that, like, America all of a sudden were coming on this ride and were listening to what I had to say, talking about wildlife warriors, talking about Australia Zoo, about the on the ground animal conservation work that we're doing. But also they were listening to this sense of positivity and passion and everything that I'm all about. But then on a personal level, as you say, I feel like, now in my early 20s, it's like this transition to, like, yeah, I am a man now. But to me, the sign of, okay, you are a man now and you're becoming a man, there's so much attached to becoming a man. But to me, on Dancing with the Stars, I could show a side that was fierce and intense and passionate, but I could also show a side that was incredibly vulnerable. And I didn't mind being emotional. I'd never cried so much, let alone on national television in my life. But I was very okay with that because to me, that is what it is to become a man, is to embrace your own sense of vulnerability and realize the power in being vulnerable and realize that it's okay if you're crying and you're sharing that experience with people. There's nothing wrong with that, and often that can actually help people going
Mm.
through their own grief journey. And so on a very personal level, I feel like the projects that I'm taking on now, Dancing with the Stars chief among them, are really trying to lean into this sense of, you can be passionate and positive, but you can also, yeah, be very raw. It's okay to wear your heart on your sleeve sometimes.
Beautiful. Hollywood, Zootopia, you're in the latest one, you do a small bit. I mean,
Yeah,
everyone's knocking on your door now. Do
yeah.
you want to be the
Well,
big next Hollywood movie
the
star?
door's open. The door's very open. Like I'm enjoying doing a lot of different side quests because I sort of thought for a long time the way to move forward this legacy of animal conservation and of environmentalism, and the way to get all of that out there would be through wildlife documentaries, and that's really where my heart beats from. And I love that. But I realized that the way I can amplify my work at Australia Zoo to an even bigger audience is by doing these kind of random little side quests, like Dancing with the Stars. Who would have thought? Or Zootopia. I mean, voicing a koala in Zootopia. And then all of a sudden people are talking about koalas and I can get my message of koala conservation out there. I'm at the premiere and everyone's talking about, we didn't know that koalas had two thumbs. And I'm like, yeah, and did you know they're now endangered? The amount of people in America that were absolutely shocked and mind blown that koalas are now classed as endangered in most of their range. I mean, people were like, wait a minute, what? We just thought they were everywhere in Australia. So all of a sudden, all these little side quests, I'm able to kind of like do all these far-flung things, but then take them back into the core message of what I'm all about. Because I feel like wherever I am, whatever I'm doing, that's what I'm representing. So I sort of at this point, I don't throw anything out of the question. I, I would love to do more in the scripted space, in movies and that sort of thing would be really cool. I'd also love to do more within the animal documentary and kind of get back to my roots with conservation based show. There's so many things that rattle around through my brain, and there's a lot of things that hopefully in this coming year I can start to kind of take on.
Before they give me the wrap up, I do need to get some I'm a Celebrity commentary.
Mate,
Um,
send it.
this season, you're over there, you're filming. What can you tell me? It's a different process this year.
It is.
And yeah, I mean, you and Julia still have that gorgeous, beautiful chemistry. And
Right.
it's a show that you love to do because, again, it brings together all of those gorgeous elements.
It's so much fun. And the dynamic between Julia and I, it just feels like it just feels like riding a bike. I mean, we come over here and it's just perfect. I feel like every year it gets a little better. And this last year, we've spent a lot of time together. I mean, she was just at my birthday party. Like, so I feel like our friendship's never been stronger. And you can really feel that. Like we go into this season with this real sense of fun and gratitude. We just always feel so lucky to be here. Honestly, the crop of celebrities that we have this year, it's like it's kind of lightning in a bottle. It's like everyone has something really big to bring to the table, and there's a lot going on. Like I think we're going to see quite a electric combination here. I think it's going to be explosive in all the best ways that I'm a Celebrity is about. It's that fun family aspect, and you end up, while you watch people from every different walk of life stuck in the jungle together, you end up watching these really powerful conversations happening. And I think we're going to see that this year. Not to mention the trials, like we always try and do. We've kind of thought out of the box. We've approached things a little differently where we can have something that I think is going to really make you go, "Oh, whoa, like what on earth are you guys doing?" It's diabolical in all the best ways. And I think we are really prioritizing and celebrating this place that we are. I think sometimes we forget, like, take a step back, look at this place. I mean, I came in yesterday morning, and the trailer's trashed because a baboon had been through it. Like, we are raw in the jungle, and we're really leaning into that, like, raw jungle experience this year. It's gonna be one for the books, mate. It's gonna be great.
Just finally, what are you doing for Christmas? Is when you'll get to just chill for 5 minutes.
Yeah. Christmas will be the first time this year really to actually, take a little minute and to chill and unwind, which is always great, and kind of just reflect on everything that's been. And what a perfect way to kind of have this transition from such a crazy year into a new year in 2026 than with I'm a Celeb. Like, this show now feels like when I'm on it, it's hard work, but it almost feels like I'm coming home. It's like it feels like a holiday. It feels just nice to be amongst friends. This whole crew is just like, we're all mates here, and we're creating this, like, wonderful, warm little family show that is all of the adrenaline and all of the craziness, but it is just, I don't know, there's something so warm about starting the new year off with I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. It just, I don't know, it just feels right. It just feels really, really good to be amongst friends after such a whirlwind trip. It's gonna be great. What are you doing for
Well,
Christmas?
I'm just going to head to Canberra, babe. Go and see the
Oh, yeah.
family, my sister and the
Oh,
kids.
good.
Nothing too
Good,
exciting.
good, good. That'll
So
be nice.
yeah, and I want to get up to Australia Zoo at some point. I've been dying to get up there. So one time I'm going to come up there
1000%.
and I'm going to see you.
1000%. Let us know.
So
Don't just come up. Like, let us know, and we'll catch up.
I have a lot of love for you, my friend, and I'm so happy to see you. And
Feeling
please
is
give my
mutual,
love
mate.
to
Always
yeah.
love talking to you very, very much. 100%,
Please
bro.
give my love to Julia and Luke and your mum, and I will speak to you when I'm looking at you.
I will indeed. I'll see you soon. You're the best, mate. Thank you.